people take advantage of and determine the fate of our natural environment. Good governance is complex. There are many actors involved, addressing many facets of a particular issue. A chief concern is that the cost and benefits of managing natural resources be fairly shared amongst everyone.
Governance is essentially about decision-making. Who makes the decision, how the decision is made, how accountable the decision-maker is about the decision that has been taken.
Improvement with governments goes hand in hand with improvement in environmental consideration. Citizens more involved in the monitoring can keep a watchful eye on what and how states introduce policy. Involving people at all levels is imperative. From government right down to those who live and work the land, there is a great benefit in implicating and giving a voice in the process of decision-making.
There is a situation where, because of lack of clarity in rights, in entitlements, in decision-making processes, people are simply not informed about what decisions are being made.
Greater participation of all parties involved means there is an increase in the sharing and understanding of the needs of these protected areas.
In my own country, in my own region, in Latin America, a lot of progress has been made in recognition of indigenous rights. And now you can see that indigenous peoples are a key player in decision-making. They are now consulted about fundamental issues related to forests, related to water, related to mining or oil or many other aspects of natural resource use. They are no longer ignored. So they have achieved a firm place in the political scene, and that is very closely connected to the advance in recognition of the right.
There are many important questions that have to be considered in the governance of protected areas, such as determining the area to be protected, who has a say relevant to that area, creating rules about land and resource use, allocating financial resources for conservation and sustainable development, generating revenue from fees and taxes, deciding on the distribution of the cost and benefits of conservation.
The modern ways of governing the land by governments are about settlements and allocating fixed titles to people. So there is an inherent conflict between the traditional way of using the drylands and the formal way in which many governments make decisions.
In the past, conservation of land has excluded people at their expense, having a real impact on their livelihood. It's imperative that conservation should not affect human rights. They must be at the centre of governance concerns, respecting the community's right to live in dignity.
We have the right to live in an environment that allows us to live well, and that means that others have to respect my right of having that environment clean and protected and sustainably managed.
The absence of good governance leaves the door open to the abuse and degradation of our ecosystems and an increase in poverty.
I think we have huge human capacity to change the situation.
Nature Plus is good governance.
Take a stand until we make things right. This is our world, this is our people. Let the healing begin.